Now we fast forward to the life of Christ, and he's on the cross. And on the cross, he calls out to the Father. Is there a response? Is there a response? No. Okay? Total silence. Now this is quite a change from what we've been seeing in the Old Testament, the Tanakh, and the New Testament, the stories, as they progress. Okay? We're looking at people, individuals being called constantly. Now all of a sudden, Christ is up on the cross, and there is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Total silence. There is the absence of silence. Now this may mean nothing to you at all. However, when you go forward into the various councils, right up to the Council of Chalcedon, we start looking at the Christology developing, the theology developing, and we notice all of a sudden that this man that was crucified, according to the Jews, this common criminal, according to the Romans, this particular insurgent, okay, was really a nothing, just a criminal. That's what he was to them. So they didn't really go into the aspects of, well, what is he? Well, who cares? They crucified the man, and that's it. They named him King of the Jews. That's what he called himself. All right? However, when he's up there, he doesn't have anyone naming him anymore. From the other side, and the other side, of course, is what we would call the pleroma. Okay? This is the other side. Remember, the Gnostics and the regular so-called church Christians didn't quite divide at this point. So people were entertaining ideas about the fullness, the pleroma, the kingdom of God. Now with Christ getting no response, no one is naming him anymore. And when he's no longer named, he's no longer owned by anyone. He is one and the same in the developing Christology 200 years down the road as God the Creator. And as you went through your readings here, you saw how that developed. Okay? He wasn't just the Son of God, he is God. And he was from the beginning of time, before time even. Okay? And this sits very well with the Gnostic theologies, by the way. When we look at the Gnostic theologies of the Apocrypha of John, you'll see that how everything begins, how everything starts out with a call. Okay? Everything's created through a call. Things are now terminated with this particular individual. There is no call. There is no sound. It is total silence. Now there's a reason for this particular discussion, and that is because I want to sort of highlight what happens when you gain ownership of something. And this is where we're getting into the whole theory of power. Last class we talked about the Caesaro-Papists. Okay? We talked about that. How they were gaining ground on the Roman emperors. All of a sudden they're no longer just the persecuted church, but now they're in there with the emperor. The bishop is in with the emperor. The bishop of Rome, who is the pope, is in with the emperor. And he has the same power, but not for long. Now from your readings, you will notice that the tables turn now. The bishop of Rome starts to exert a hell of a lot more power than the emperor. Okay, and this is what it's all about. It is a power grab. We're not making a judgment call. Make no mistake about that. Okay, I'm not here to say this is bad or this is good or anything else like this. But definitely we're analyzing it from a sociological perspective, and that is we're looking at a power grab. And that's what it is.